I do not want to start any IP. I just want to come in here. Probably the intention is just to invest.
They say anytime also good one. Down market down, I earn money. Market go up, I earn money. So it
Yeah.
comes back to the skill lah.
I think NFT is like it's like up in stock market but within the blockchain.
Like you say, all those people who scam people money, they also sold out what, right? So I would say 90% is actually marketing.
If every single day I draw an apple, I have to draw for don't know how many days to have 10,000 apple.
They shut down and then they create another new project to do the same thing over and over again, and with more
Holy shit.
and even more hype.
But how do you guys sell it?
The ape, the infamous
The ape,
ape,
yeah.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
one that can actually buy my entire family fortune for one ape.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is TM. Today I am super excited because today is the day that I learned what is NFT. Because I have no idea what the hell is NFT, even though I've been in this industry for quite some time. But fortunately today I have two of my friends here, Wee and also Guan Hong. Both of them is my good friend. I've known them for quite some time already. So they are quite a successful NFT. What you guys call yourself? NFT people?
No lah, I think we are still artists at heart. Yeah, we are still artists. It's just that we are using NFT as a platform to further grow our IP or art. Yeah.
Oh, nice. You see the introduction already very interesting. Okay, so today's sessions we are going to focus a lot on this topic, NFT. Without further ado, let's quickly start the introductions. Maybe you can go first.
Alright, so first off, I'm very honored and humbled to be invited by Take1 to be here. So as you guys might not know, that I used to be one of his ex-colleagues and his junior. So he guided me for quite a few years, and I had a very good time working with Take1. Used to sit side by side.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then there's a lot of crazy stuff that happened. But yeah, we used to be workmates, and we worked on quite a few fun projects together. For AAA games title for Microsoft and such. And then eventually I made my move to try out the other side of the animation industry, which is for film and series, right? So after working in that side of the industry for 2 years, that's when the lockdown happened, the entire pandemic hit. I kept in contact with Guan Hong, and we met up few times, and then we were about to start a short film, actually a different project, and but Guan Hong brought up the idea of like, hey, how about we try NFTs? So that's kind of like just a short intro like how this happened. But yeah, good friends with both of them here, and miss hanging out with Take1 also. So I'm very excited, and nice change of a Sunday pace to be on this call today.
Oh yeah, thanks man, thanks for joining us. I remember I learned so much from Wee, especially English. Wee is a banana. Then every single time when I talk to him, we use a very broken English, but then he never speak Mandarin back to me. That is how I learned English. Just a small little thing about Wee.
我可以讲中文。
Okay. Next, we have Guan Hong, but then Guan Hong here got a nickname, Waffle Wolf.
Yeah, thanks for exposing me though. My name is Guan Hong, and I used to work in the same company as Take1 before. Different department. I work as a 3D modeling, and then switched to concept artist for a while, and also work as an IT in the same company. And then after that, I moved to China to work on the feature film, and eventually I came back here. So I basically unemployed for 3 years. So that's how I building out my own sketchbook, and that's how the NFT came out of it.
Guan Hong is being humble. You see a person from an artist from one discipline jumping to another discipline and jumping to IT for a game company, the only IT guy in the company. So yeah, he's a very smart guy, and he went to China to work on a Netflix feature. So he left that out. Very, 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 very talented artist and friend lah.
Oh yeah. So it's my honor to have both of them here. Nice one. Okay, so before we go into the topic, right, I just want to warm up a little bit with you guys here, just like a tradition in my podcast, you know. Let's have a quick question now. You guys need to answer it very quick one, okay? The first one, okay, this is the very simple one. What's your favorite Malaysian food?
Nasi lemak.
Guang
Satay.
your turn. Satay. Oh, okay. Okay, that's nice. Nasi lemak for me also. I asked this question to a lot of people. Okay, next. Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Marvel.
Which one is your favorite character?
Movie wise, I think I like Guardian of the Galaxy.
I like
Which
Iron
one?
Man.
Ooh.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, like there's a lot, right? Guardian of the Galaxy.
I like the team lah.
Oh, the whole team lah. Oh, okay.
I like the
That's
dynamic.
It's quite cool.
Very fun group of people. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Mine one is also Iron Man. Spider-Man also lah. Right. But recently I just watched Doctor Strange lah. You guys watched already? You guys watched already? The latest one?
I just watched yesterday.
Ooh.
Okay lah. I think
Okay, we're not
Spider-Man was
gonna-
better.
Yeah, I like Spider-Man more. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit too biased lah. Okay. Next, movie or games?
Games. Right now I think I prefer movies.
Yeah, right now. Right now,
Right
prefer
now.
movie. Oh, back then used to be game.
Yeah, because no time. Not say no time, but I just want to sit back and then just shut off my brain and not exert energy rather than just like consume lah. So movies for me lah now. Getting old.
Okay, Guan Hong?
Games.
Games, not too much of a movie.
Yeah, I'm not. I didn't watch so much movie these days.
But you
I
work in
started
the movie industry.
Yeah, I work in film industry for one
That's
year.
the special thing about it, you know. A lot of people thought that working in games and studio, we play a lot of games. I work in a game studio, I don't really play that much of games. So if you ask me to choose movie or games, I will pick movies also lah. Because movie will really excite me. I will really spend money on that lah. We just now mentioned about movies, right? Name one movie that you can think of right now.
The Incredibles.
Whoa,
Get out.
from the Pixar.
Yeah.
Oh, Get Out. Okay, the black guy. Okay, wow. Okay, if you want me to name one movie right now, I will say Doctor Strange because I just watched it yesterday also.
Oh, nice.
Not because I love it, I just think of it right now. Because if you want ask me this question, I cannot answer also, like which one is the best or whatever. But anyway, yeah, this is all the quick question, you know, just to warm up a little bit. Okay, cool. Let's quickly jump into this topic here. Speaking about NFT, okay, me myself as an artist, I've been in this industry for like quite some time already, and I heard a lot about NFT and cryptocurrency and all. It's just that maybe I'm a little bit slow, or maybe I don't know. I'm just pretty slow in this kind of trend, you know. But I heard a lot of people talking about it. I always feel like I am a little bit left out or a little bit outdated. Then now two of my friends here is working on NFT and they are doing pretty good. Both of them actually start up a new IP called Floppy, right? If anyone here is interested to look at their work, I'll put the link down below. Okay, Floppy, you guys can search it in all the social media and obviously the platform OpenSea. Okay, so now I need two of them to share with me what is NFT. You can use your way to explain it now. Okay, you can go first.
Okay, I think what is NFT is a broad and very technical question, and I'm sure there's thousands of YouTube channels and websites that already explain what is NFT. But I guess all of three of us are artists here for most part of our career and still are. So I am still an animator, and transitioning into this, I would say it's still art. NFT is just an extension of blockchain technology, right? So cryptocurrency is also based on blockchain technology. So NFT is just another technology lah. And I think to simplify, right, we can just assume like, you know how the traditional art world people sell like those painting, right? Now it's almost similar movement. It's an art movement, but people are using this new technology to do it lor. And there's a lot of ways, like some people sell like just one artwork lah. Let's say I am a super famous artist, I can just draw a one-of-one artwork, and then that is NFT. So it's like I paint an actual painting that sell the actual one, But some people, right, once they draw, they also do limited edition prints. I'm talking about like real world lah.
Okay.
Limited edition
Okay.
prints. Like let's say I draw a Batman, very nice. I print 50 edition of the Batman. Then each print I sell for 2,000 USD, let's say. So you sign and print lah, and numbered 1 out of 50, then go up to 50, then you send it throughout the buyers lah. You can do that also with NFT, it's the same thing. So there's no right or wrong rules or any format because it's such a new industry. So everything is Wild West right now. Everybody can do anything, and whatever works, whatever doesn't, then we just improve. So in terms of another way, which is what Floppy are doing, the NFT Floppy, our IP, we are doing more of like a collection. So we have 10,000 variations of Floppy. I'm sure you guys have seen the ape, the infamous ape,
yeah.
right? Yeah, one that can actually buy my entire family fortune for one ape. So we are doing the similar format. There's thousands of projects, hundreds of projects that pop up every day, which is also doing this type of collection format. So like for me also, before I enter, I was very skeptical. Like, why people want to buy the same thing? It's like looking a bit of difference why people want to spend so much on these images, right? I'm sure a lot of people ask that question. So as I dive deeper and start doing it, I start to see why. Definitely a lot of people are in it for the financial gain. Let's be real lah. But there's also people for the artistic side. But why people pay so much is because there is a value lah. So let's say example Rolex lah. Rolex, this branded watch. So you buy a Rolex, and then what it besides give you a timepiece lah, a luxury timepiece, right? It gives you exclusivity, access to a club, right? So let's say there's a club of Rolex people, right? You can hang out with all these Rolex people. So this is the thing that with the ape, right? People who buy the apes are like Steph Curry, that Golden State, one of Tickman's idols, right?
My idol.
So imagine you can go to this, you can own something that he owns in the same club, and then you can go to the same place and hang out. Why won't you pay, like, if you can afford it? And of course, people want to hang out with celebrities and all that lah. So this is one of the driving factors for this type of like collection type. Like, there is a higher purpose than just selling the images lah. They tie in, like, some they have like real world benefits. Some they can help you invest your money or some stuff like that. Like, they invest a fund. Like, let's say we buy, like 10,000 people buy their NFTs lah, and then all the fund come in together. Then they will announce lah, maybe like 50% of the fund they will take and help you earn money or something like that. So there's a lot of formats, a lot of ways. It's more like a membership lah, and community. So mainly you can think of it as buying in to join a community lah. But if you're talking about those one-of-ones, right, then memang is just a image lah. So it's like a super famous artist just draw one piece, then he sell like art germ. If he do, then he's just art for art's sake lah. It's just art purpose lah. Not so much like all the other things lah.
I see. Wow, we already explained quite deep already. I am wondering how Guan Hong can explain in a different perspective.
Well, I think we explained everything already. But basically, I think NFT is kind of like tokenizing your art in the blockchain.
Tokenizing, okay.
Yeah, tokenizing it. So it once you create one of it, it cannot be duplicated. It cannot you cannot change the code when you execute it.
Okay.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. And I think NFT is like it's like art in stock market, but within the blockchain.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you do it really well, it's like a stock, right? The company have to do well in order to increase the price, right? Basically, I think an NFT is almost the same thing, but for art.
Oh, okay. That is quite easy to understand also. So NFT is kind of like stock market also. So you are kind of building something that has value, right?
Yeah.
So when your stuff has value, then people will invest into you, just like stock market.
Yep, and it can.
Okay.
The price really determine how your progress going on in your project.
That said, right, which means you guys would do a lot of interaction with the fans or with the buyer, right? If that's the case.
Yeah, we always have to.
Oh, okay. Another question that I always have, right? Seems this NFT thing is quite hot for like this few months or half year already. I want to know right now. I don't know much about it. Did I miss out anything? Am I like too late to know about this? you guys think?
I think a lot of things is already happened. I feel past that.
Yeah, but for me, I have another perspective lah. I think it's yes, we are still ahead of the curve. Like the internet, a lot of people saying this Web3 thing. Like NFT is part of Web3. Web3 is where blockchain and crypto and everything like integrate in the internet. Right now we are Web2 now, right? Web 2.0. So Web 2.0 lasts for 20 years, right? It started the boom back then, and then everybody said at the time also the adoption was not that fast, right? It was fast, but not as rapid as right now. So if you said you're late, I don't think so. I still think it's early, and I think it's just going to keep changing and evolving. So right now, why I say it's a Wild West, because nothing has been really solidified or established yet. Maybe for people like Martin and I who are inside in it every day, we feel we do see like things that are forming, but in the grand scale of things, right, it's still very early. Anything can change, anything can evolve.
Wow. Okay. So means I'm not too late right now. So the people that's listening to this right now is not too late also, right?
Yeah, I think it's just to keep yourself informed is fine.
I see. But then, yes, go
Even
on.
the blockchain is not mature enough at the moment. I think there's still a lot of improvement.
Not matured as in, like, can you explain a little bit more about that?
Like the technology is not very efficient at the moment. The scaling and use a lot of energy, but they still in development, I can say.
Okay, but it's been quite some years already, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I have this I am curious about this question because everyone here is artists, right? We've been working like day-to-day job. We've been, finding our passions to continue with whatever we are doing, either making art or making games. Right? How do you guys come across with this idea? Like, hey, let's do NFT. Like, why NFT? Is it like starting like a new company? Is it like the same concept?
Yeah, so definitely as artists, I think most of us who are working under a studio or for clients, we understand the need to create something for ourselves. And I personally struggle with that a lot. And then, but for me, I like to create things with friends. So I'm not the kind of like doing things alone. I like to do things with friends or people, with a team. So as I mentioned earlier, that actually Kon Hong and I, we wanted to start a different pet project, like either it was toys or even like a short film, something that we fun just like back in the days in college, we create our own short film, very excited, very nice, But then the conversation somehow just evolved to like NFTs. Like Kon Hong, just to share a bit, like Kon Hong has a lot of experience in crypto. He used to do some cryptos way back so he understands the things. And he said that Kon Hong can share a bit about his story later with the therapist, where he tested Then then we met up. Then he just said, "Hey, 我们做 NFT 咯." Then I'm like, "Okay, let's do it." Because to simplify it also, right? Like, can be a Kickstarter for your project. So if let's say you have an idea, you have a IP like value, right? You want to create a new Spider-Man, let's say. Then of course you cannot take Spider-Man's IP But if let's say you want to create a new superhero or whatever, then if let's say you pitch to the community and enough people trust and believe in your vision, that they invest in you, in your company or whatnot, your brand, then you have this funding and this responsibility to deliver, right? Yeah, that's why NFTs are. It's just basically Kon Hong just reached out to me that one day. Is like, "Hey, 我们做 NFT 咯，不然?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yes, let's do it," right? But Kon Hong, you can share like why suddenly NFTs?
Basically, I think after the China contract work, I was back here and was unemployed for a few years. But within those years, I actually got depression, and I kind of always wanted to try a lot of things. I actually wanted to apply to the school to further study, and somehow it's like 半天吊 or everything. And my daughter keep asking me what's my plan. Yeah. My psychiatrist, eventually one day he was mentioning, "Hey, why not trying NFT?" And that's how I like rushing back home after he mentioned that and do some research. And when I see the market, I thought it's like already late, but it's still early because the artwork during that time is quite not nice looking.
Okay.
and I just quickly make a draft and show it to we, and we think it's working, and that's how our journey started.
Wow, that it sounded like so easy. Hey, let's do it and do. Right,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I-
it's quite natural already.
Yeah, but like how you started your YouTube also, right? You just like, oh, one day you just like, okay, let's just do it lah. Finally, just do it and just do it. Yeah, but
Yeah,
definitely,
Yeah, actually, to be honest, it is a yes.
but a lot of work behind the scenes, right, Degman? Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it's
A
super
lot-
the
there are a
same
lot of
for
work.
anything we do lah. From the front, it looks like, oh yeah, just you know, but actually a lot. You take the first step, yes, but that's the first step out of 100,000 steps, right? So it's just the first step of 100,000 steps. So yeah, we are still in the middle of the journey, and yeah, for context, Kwan Hong's doctor is like a 50-plus-year-old guy, right? He also know NFT.
Ooh.
Yeah, surprisingly, he know NFT. He even know what Daft Punk is.
Yeah. So the
What
old
was that?
uncle just like, the old doctor like, hey, why don't you try NFT, right? So you guys are not too late lah. Just learn
I
about it.
see. I
The
see.
doctor always kind of know a lot of pop culture, surprisingly.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So that's the first like conversation like starter lah. Because of that, then you guys be like, yeah, maybe I can just do it, right?
Yeah, I rushed back home, come out with an idea, show it to we, and we was like, yeah, that worked, let's do it, man.
Yeah, and then I mean, obviously, first you need to have very passionate in art first lah. That is definitely lah, right? That's why the doctor, maybe the doctor know who is Guan Hong lah. Probably Guan Hong show him his sketchbook lah. Later I'll put a link down in the description below lah. Okay, for Guan Hong's work and also Wee's work lah. Both of them they can draw super well one lah. For some reason, everyone around me can draw them well. So that's why I don't think I have the needs to draw also. I'll put their link down below, okay? So just now we were talking about like joining NFT, like we are not too late to join NFT. I believe joining NFT can be the buyer, or it can be the IP starter also, right? So both of you guys join as a like IP starter, you guys start your own IP, right? So if let's say me myself, I do not want to start any IP. I just want to come in here. Probably the intention is just to invest, like, or flip. Not too sure if I used the correct word. So is it a good thing to do it like now?
I think like what Kwan Hong mentioned, like this is like the stock market, right? So anytime is a good time, like if you ask a stock market broker, the trader, like if you're looking into investment trade, right? They say anytime also good one. Down market down, I earn money. Market go up, I earn money. So it comes back to the skill lah. But personally, for me, I am not a trader or investor. I'm more like I know what I enjoy to do the most is create and create with a team. So I'm focused more on. That's why I decided and join the path of a creator lah. I want to be part of this technology. I want to be there, but I also want to be from the perspective of a creator lah.
Nice.
I think always do your own research first when you invest on something. Yeah. Sure,
True.
the risk, I mean.
Yeah,
But
I
if
would say
you
it's very
lose the money, then why not? I mean, just always invest. Invest as you can afford to lose that amount of money. If you cannot afford to lose that money,
right.
don't invest. Yeah.
Yeah, but right now, maybe I rather not. I don't know lah. For me personally, I don't really like to. I don't think it's that safe to invest in. I mean, to go into NFTs with the mindset of investing lah, because I think you need a lot of time and a lot of time lah to. And there's a lot of bad people, as in like creating bad projects just to bluff people money. So that's why it's giving NFT a bad name also. So there's also genuine projects like us and Floppy that we are trying to do a actual good thing lah. So it's not we just have to put our heads down and put in the work and good things will prevail and then all the bad things will just fall out. But definitely there's gonna be a tough wave because like a lot of projects that are bad then they will bluff people money. Then it's actual real people money. So yeah, that's why it's a bit risky. So yeah.
Speaking about that though, like you mentioned about bad project that they bluff people or whatever. Can you explain a little bit more, like so that the listener here, like when they are studying, they know what to avoid, or like how they can like detect all these scammer? Can you call them scammer?
Yeah, I guess you can. There's a lot of I think a lot of YouTube videos also or websites that already cover this type of content. But just to
Oh.
mention briefly, make sure the project founders or the creators, you know who they are. Like they have exposed their face. They call it docs, DOXX. So like Kon Hong and I, we are docs, so they know who we are, and they have like a real background. And then like each project, let's say we're talking about collections, if the collection they promise value, right? Like just now you touched on, people invest because they believe in their vision and their value they will bring, right, for the brand. But if let's say they can chui sui and say until like, wow, I can make game, I can do whatever, right? But we are from the industry. How much manpower and resource you need to make an actual game is a huge team and huge effort and a lot of time. So those people, they like, oh, we are just a group of 8 people, then they suddenly say, I'll do game, I'll do this, I'll do that. And then they are not even from art backgrounds, right? So just be wary of that. And that, like Patrick mentioned, is like do your own research. You cannot blame it on anybody. Like bad people are everywhere, they can always do their things. We must be responsible for ourselves.
I see. Yeah, Kon Hong, you want to add?
I think you always do a research behind what the people involved in, whether you're going to trust that person or not, based on the research. I know even some of the people who dox it, but they are puppet. I mean, even that happened also.
Wow.
Yeah, it's quite deep. That happened a lot.
So what you guys are saying is like some creator, they will create a fake project or a fake IP, and then they blow water until like this is going to be a very successful thing. Please come and buy my stuff and blah blah blah. And then right after you buy their stuff, they shut down. They just disappear.
Yeah,
MIA
they,
like that.
They shut down and then they create another new project to do the same thing over and over again, and with more budget and even more hype, the stronger hype. That's based on what we observe. I mean, for past few months.
Okay. To connect to this point, I think this is a good point to connect. So now, if let's say there are so many bad people, like all this like scammer, is there anyone there to like govern or to secure all of this? Is there any security?
So far I know there's only one lawsuit against it, but most of it's already escaped from what I know.
Wow.
Yeah, that is actually the beauty, but also the weakness, double-edged sword. The thing about Web3, it has the ability to keep you anonymous and also unregulated, so people can directly interact with the end user. And because the thing is we don't like let's say we don't like banks, because every time we make a transaction they'll take a fee. We don't like credit card because they take a fee. We don't like we want to directly, I like, let's say Adidas, let's say I like Adidas, I want to buy that Adidas shoe, but I mean from that specific designer, so I don't have to go through like Adidas to take like percentage the creator earns, but then the we directly get to support the creator directly. We don't have to go through the Adidas whole factory or whatever. So the creator, the artist or designer themselves gets the most benefit, I would say. But of course, you need like people to produce and all production and all that. Of course, there's a fair cut for them, to be fair. But there's also the weakness is because it's so direct, right, unregulated. But there's also people that are coming up, or platforms or services that are coming up to do background checks. So what they do is like, they will dive. You provide all your information to these sort of platforms, then they will do background check on you, and then they will release a statement like, okay, this founder and this project, we have their information. If they do not promise what they promise and they don't deliver, we will release all this information, so they are exposed. So this type of like to win people's trust also. So there's things that I'm saying, everything is evolving because there's so many scams, right? There's more entities that come up to combat these kind of things, right? So it's just evolving, everything is evolving.
I see. Double-edged sword you mentioned. That's a good point. So if let's say I am an artist right now, I can draw very well. I draw every single day. I put my work on Instagram or any kind of social media, people kind of comment my work or whatever, or maybe I have some like limited prints like what we mentioned earlier. So if I'm that type of artist, I can also open an account and sell my art as an NFT also, right? And correct me if I'm wrong, if I do that, right, I have to hide the buyer also, right? Like who the hell I am, right? Why am I selling this? Like what value does my art has, right? Am I correct? Then only people will buy my work.
Like I said, it's depending lor. If let's say in your scenario, just an artist, maybe people just like the artwork lor, then they just support lor. Like they go to a convention, people sell the prints. There's no other function, it's just a print, right? So same thing lah. You can just sell the print, and then
so it can be like that also lah.
Yeah, it can be like that also. Art is subjective, we can say that lah. Art is subjective, and the value of the art is also based on how well the marketing is. If you are just an artist yourself, right, is how well you market lor. If Artgerm so famous, he do a sketch for 20 minutes, he sell for, I don't know, 2000 SGD, people pay. So he has value there lah. People see value in it and people want to pay for his time, then it's okay. So if you are not that level yet, then who's to say that you will have to charge lower or higher? It's up to you and how well you communicate this to your audience. And if your audience buy it, then then you're worth that much. It's the same it's actually the same in our web too lah, or any businesses here, like why people pay so much for Gucci, right, or Prada, right, and why not they don't pay so much for Nike. Is depends on the branding and
the way they sell them.
It's marketing and branding lah, a lot of it. And art is just whether you do it as a project, a team, or just an individual with your own art lor. So if like Artgerm is a good example, I would say like if Artgerm he sell, then people know him, people like his work, then they just pay lah.
Okay. As long as they know who you are as an artist also, you can just like keep uploading your work up there. And stuff.
Can.
But then I see that I see that both of you guys going in a different route, right? You guys didn't do that, even though both of you guys can draw very well. But then you guys come together and start this whole new IP, and then you start selling all this artwork in the open sea there, right? Then what is the thought behind? Why not the first option that we just talked about just now? Why not just put it as your own, like me? I'm we. Okay, I open and I upload my work. Then why you have to collaborate? Just now we got mentioned you like to work with people. Okay, there's one. Okay, but what else?
I think like you have a regular guest on your show, which is Ronald. So Ronald, your regular guest, Ronald. He's also a good friend for those who are listening in. But like he is going to the approach that you mentioned, where he just do and then he just upload. There's nothing wrong there lah. So like I said, for me, I like to work in a team. And for me, it was also I like to do things that grander scale, like a bigger scale thing, more structured, more together. That's what I like to do lah. So that's just it for me lah. I really don't like to do things alone. If I just want to draw it for myself, I'll start to feel a lot of pressure to like produce and execute and stuff. And then because I very sensitive towards art, like I'm not very happy with my own art also, so I don't feel confident enough to put it out there regularly. So so that's why I went for the other route lah.
I think everyone have their own strong and the weakness, because I'm usually very focusing on drawing but not so much on the talking, so that's where I need also. I mean, he can do a lot of talking and help me to meet a lot of people, this kind of making a connection, this and that. That's what I need from him. I mean, it did help a lot lah. Without him, I don't think the floppy will be success, I can say.
Wow. To those who don't know, floppy is really, really successful, and they managed to sell all of them, right? Like 10,000 pieces of art, is it?
10,000 pieces of art.
Oh my freaking god. You guys can
Yeah,
check out the link later.
but just to add context, like there is a lot of projects that are able to do that also lah. So I mean,
Mm.
successful or not, like you say, all those people who scam people money, they also sold out what, right? So I would say 90% is actually marketing and a lot of things at the back that is going on that kind of like drive traffic to this kind of like projects. So for us, we are really artists, and then we came and then we just do our best, do our own marketing and our own strategies and everything to try and put us on the map lah. But we are still very, very small, and we are actually more of building an IP. Like I said, we are not. Yes, we are born in the NFT space, but this character or this IP, right, is Guan Hong's brainchild. He has been working on this sketchbook for more than 7-8 years, and he's building over time. So it's not like just come in and hey, or I want to make some money, right? So he actually built like maybe like when Dickman shared the link, you guys can check out his sketchbooks. A lot of it is uploaded online.
Yeah, a lot of thought and foundation, I can say, behind the art.
Yeah, so it's years of
Wow.
hard work, and then he already have this entire design bible, right? So we just came together and like try to flush it out and bring it to the world lah. The thing is, I think Tekman or many of our colleagues that used to work together, we always see his sketchbooks and get inspired. That's also why I started doing sketchbooking. Also because I saw his sketchbooks back in like that was like 5-6 years ago, you know. Every time we see it, like holy crap! Wow, this is amazing, right?
crap.
It-
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really mind blowing one. So every time you look at it, then you feel like, why am I not doing enough for my own art? You know.
Wait,
So-
really?
Yeah. So yeah, I think a lot of people that try to drive push Guan Hong to share it, like post more or put it out, but he just doesn't feel confident enough. Like artist lah. So I think like at this time of time, I told him like it's about time lah. You have to put your stuff out there. It's a good platform, and he was comfortable with it. And then it turned out to be good lah.
Okay. I think we have a very good or maybe different perspective here which I like, where both artists here, we and also Guan Hong, both of them, they can, I mean, from my perspective, they can draw very well. But then there's one thing that artists always have one, we always doubt ourselves. We always thought our work is not good enough. Then every single time when we look at other people's work, like, holy shit, this looks so good. Especially like, you know, people like Guan Hong, you know, holding the sketchbook and always drawing. When you see one stroke, you're like, wow. So even though you yourself or the artists themselves, they are already very, very good on, but then they will still doubt themselves on that. So now, if that's the case, then it is the best time to collab together, support each other, right? Hey, your work is good, man. Let's put it out there, and let's work on it. You know, both of them, they got a very good synergy lah. Like we do all the talking, right? And then Guan Hong can like keep focusing on drawing, understand the technology behind this NFT and all. I think this is one of the good example.
You know, it's like a yin and yang. Sometimes you have too much on the side, you need someone to help you to balance to the other side. It's all about the balance, I can say.
Yeah. From my perspective, it is very different than both of you, you know. Because, I mean, starting a channel can be also starting something, right? Can I consider that? So I have been leading for many years now. So every single day I've been dealing with a lot of people, like every single day. In a day, I have to talk to a lot of people. So when I'm done with my work, right, I'm a little bit sick of talking to people, and to be honest lah. So when I start this channel, right, I would really want to be myself. I want to be my own boss. I want to handle marketing myself. I want to handle content myself and all. So it is a totally different thing from both of you lah. But it can serve as an example for all the listener right now that is listening. Or it can work both way one, right? If you are the one that really love to work by yourself and you have the motivation, you have the passion, why not, right? But if you are the one who don't have much confidence, but some of your friends say your work is not bad, your work, then maybe you can find another, you know, a person that is really supporting to you, and see how you can support them also, and collab together lah, right? You can do something fun also, right? Like like what they're doing, and it's quite successful. They sold all 10,000 pieces of art. Like, wow, I'm super surprised because when they're working on this NFT, it's our lockdown, right? You know, we didn't catch out. Every people, you know, everyone they are super busy with their own work. Then suddenly, in my Instagram, right, I scroll. What's that? What is floppy NFT? I'm like, okay, NFT, never mind. I'll scroll away. Then every single day, I'm like, what is this again? It's floppy again. What's floppy? Never mind. I'll scroll again. Third day, I see the same thing. Then it forced me to really go inside. Then I'm like, oh, okay, it's NFT. Okay, this is just like the monkey, the ape that we mentioned just now. It's just like the ape, you know, a lot of design, you know. But okay, well, that's all I know. Then for some reason, I don't know, I think it's Ronald. Ronald told me that, hey, you know, floppy is Rui and Guang Hong. I'm like, what? Really? Like, then I go and check again, you know. Then a few months later, I go and check the OpenSea. I'm like, oh, holy shit, they launched already. And then Guang Hong told me they sold all already. I'm like, oh my god. that is crazy. In just a very, very short amount of time. So speaking about that, we talk a lot about floppy. Okay, I want to focus a lot on floppy right now. What is the, because you mentioned there's also a lot of content out there, right? A lot of different content. Do you guys ever imagine this will be this successful?
For me, I had never had a doubt for Guan Hong's art lah. I always believe in his art, but like I said, 90% is marketing and 10% is art. The industry or the world is full of great artists. Though maybe one of them a few of them are listening in right now. So there's a lot of people that try and just put their stuff there. It doesn't work just like that. There's a lot of, like I said, things that behind the scene. Like I told you, the first step is just the first step out of 100,000 steps. So 90,000 steps is actually marketing and other things behind the scene. Only 10,000 is art. So, but do not discount the art, because the art is the face, right? But if you just if you are so good at making a wooden table, right, and then you just post it online, right, people won't really see you make a good wooden table. So you need to like do a lot of things, like do for road shows, or go on a Tekman channel to say, oh, this is how I do my table. I source the wood from like Sabah or something, you know. So things like that. And I wouldn't say we are super successful lah. Like I was just saying, like people trust in us and we have to deliver. And the success or not is whether 2-3 years down the road, Floppy is a bigger brand than it is now. Because like you said, nobody knows what is Floppy actually, even like right now, other than NFT space. And if you want to grow Floppy as a brand, it should be bigger than NFTs. Not just limited NFTs. So that is what our investors or our holders, our NFT holders, they are believing in us to bring this to fruition. They invest in this brand. They hope that this brand one day can be a bigger thing than what it is now lah. So we have the responsibility to do so lah. Yeah.
I see. What about you, Guan Hong? Because you say you obviously you are the artist to draw like all of them. This is all your creation and all. Do you have any doubt about this when you first started?
Yeah, I do have a lot of doubt before, and I think Rui is the one that covered out my doubt to help cover out the mistake.
Wow. What did he tell you? Because like what you mentioned, you've been doubting yourself, right? You always say your art is not nice, then everybody
this doesn't seem to be working, just sleep.
Yeah, I know, but then everybody is talking the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Everybody is saying the same thing, like, wow, Guan Hong, your art is so good, right? I believe we say the same thing, but then what we say
very
differently.
doubtful when people say that to me.
Okay, but then what we said to you to really make you like do this decision?
He always tell me that this thing, like he 100% sure he gonna work out. But I always like start on like 20-30% kind of like a successful rate. I always start right there.
So basically, he just said that, then you be like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah, it's kind of like reminding each other. I can say he always reminding me until I believe it.
Always remember. Or he do
Yeah,
it
it's a
consistently
constant.
lah.
Yeah, it's an
Uh,
everyday reminder thing lah. And but
Oh.
like you said, like so many people have told Guan Hong, and nobody can make him move. I actually didn't make him move. He himself make him move. He has started to believe himself. At least 30% lah is still better than zero. So the 30% make him work, right? And then yeah, all we had to do is just giving him the correct encouragement and support. Maintain that 30%. At least he's not, yeah. So okay lah. Then we just keep building, and I just handle whatever that is like I can, and then we just made it happen. And hopefully, for me, I do trust or have faith in my own abilities in making something work lah. I always, when I set out to do something, I have a goal. I will do my best to ensure it happens lah. I know there's nothing guaranteed, but at least for me, I know what I can control is my actions. And then I'll do my best to try to combat it. If like not enough people know about floppy, then what can I do to make it happen? How can I get more people to know about floppy? Yeah, so there's a lot of the non-artist work there lah, which is that is very important lah in anything lah. I'm not saying just NFTs, right? Like you build the table, you need people know about your table lah. You go to cafe and then say, hey, this cafe, you want to fill my table? Then ask them touch your table. Then wow, this table really nice. Okay lah. Then whatever you have to do.
Okay. And then there's something that I really want to pick from Guan Hong's brain, because there's a lot of students and also friends that I know that are super talented one. They can do freaking good art one, and still they don't believe in themselves one. Some they are young and they're already not believing themselves already. So do you have any like suggestions for people like them? Because you are also from that perspective before, right?
I think that time I also remind myself that just finish it. Just finish it and don't expect anything. That kind of thing. It might sound difficult, but somehow it seemed to work out. With this kind of mindset, like just finish thing, instead of like halfway there and you just like I want to give up and do another new one, that kind of stuff.
But I believe you also experienced that kind of feeling, right? Oh, I want to give up already, Like, but how do you not give up?
Yeah, that happened a lot to me actually. I started a lot of things and then eventually it's always halfway there. It's always halfway.
Then how do you learn to not give up? Like for example, in this situation, the floppy case.
You need someone that is very supportive to you.
Okay. That really tells me a story. As an artist, right? There's a lot of time we wanted to do it ourselves. We wanted to be the lone wolf, right? We want to just be in the corner, just keep drawing until someone really want to buy my work, then you buy lah. If you don't buy, you don't buy lah. You just draw yourself one. This story really tells me that you really need to know more people, right? Don't just stick in the corner and draw. Yes, in the corner and draw. Yes, you need to do that, right? In order to improve your art, keep doing that, and also don't forget about this communication with people. You guys show a very great example.
I think sharing to people is quite important. It's like because you're numb to your own artwork. When you show other people, you can expect kind of like a different thing. There are different kind of reaction. I think that is quite valuable or somehow.
Okay. I also have a question for Wee, because Wee, you are an animator and then you draw also. How do you where do you got all these informations about? Let's talk about this floppy case first lah. Like where do you learn how to sell this to investor?
Okay, for me, I think I was as blind as you are. Like I don't know anything, and I was skeptical. I always see NFT. That was like, it's been around for 1-2 years. I would say 2 years. I mean, it's been around longer, but it gained traction just recently, especially these 2 years. So I was looking at it, and then I always ignore it also because I'm so busy doing work, like client work, doing animation for trailers and doing for game, and I just do. I still enjoy animation but like you, I also wanted to do something for myself. Then of my own So how did I learn is at first when Guan Hong mentioned like let's do this, then we split up the roles lor. Like, okay, you are the founder, Guan Hong lah. Guan Hong is the founder, you are the founder. Your art, your world, everything, I'll leave the art. I trust the art in you. I believe in your art, that's why I'm doing this, right? Then at that point, I started to cut off all my jobs, and then I just fully focus and bet everything on this lah. So first, you need to have that commitment. And honestly, once you have that commitment, right, you will naturally find ways to solve it lah. So I think this is part of my character as well, where I don't know how to do something, then I'll just go and learn lor. Either like going to ask people, or I go to join other people's project and see what they do. Because honestly, nothing is original in this world. Like games, they all look the same nowadays.
Yeah.
Cars, 4 wheels, chassis, what else you want to change, you know? Right, of course you can innovate, yes. But there's a lot of information everywhere around us already. The internet, your YouTube channels, like, it's everywhere. Just Google lah and learn more and trial and error, because nothing is, it's so new, this space also. So we only can do our best to not screw it up, try our best to not screw it up lah. But even if we screw up, then we did our best lah. As long as we did our best, we only can control our own actions lah. So for me, how I learned was, I go to other projects and study, go to check other people's website, go and watch YouTube, go and read articles, go and meet people. So just keep learning and exposing yourself, and just drown yourself, and then make sure it happen lah. Try our best to make it happen lor. Yeah.
But this confidence that you have, is it always with you, or is it because of all the research that you did?
You mean confident in the project?
Yeah, because just now you mentioned I have no doubt about this, right? You are very confident about this thing will be successful and all.
Okay, I have no doubt
you
in
fake it
Guan
until you
Hong's,
make it.
I have no doubt in Guan Hong's art.
Okay.
I have no doubt in his art. But
Okay.
the project, I honestly did my best lah. I try my best to get the confidence. Like I market, I try to see approach groups, and then we have a team. I have to find the right team members to come and work together. We spend enough time in it that we kind of like have a feeling like, okay lah, macam yes lah. But it's still scared lah, because until the day when you launch, right, you still don't know lah. People, like a lot of, let's say you have a 10,000, 30,000 followers. If you sell people like to click button, like you ask your Instagram story, how many people want to buy this t-shirt? Wow, everybody, yes. But actually, how many people who actually buy? Maybe it's like 5 to 1% only. You have that risk, yes, sure. So nothing is guaranteed, but what you can guarantee is you do your best. You make the best t-shirt, you make the best photo shoot, you make the best make sure enough people know about your t-shirt. Find other influencer, or like maybe your channel, like if let's say it's an art shirt, then it's like get you as a sponsor, then people find out about shirt, things like that lor. Just do whatever you can to make sure it happens lor.
I'm seeing this in a very amazed point of view, because both of us, we work together, we talk a lot about animation back then. Our conversation is just about how we can make this animation better. That's our conversation back then, when we first know each other. Then slowly we talk more about life, we talk more about business. Then now we're talking about NFT, how success right now is already. So I'm actually very proud and very happy to see all this turning point, from two of my friends here. And I mean, obviously not only two of you, there's other people also. They are having their life. So being an artist can be a starting point to me, because it will lead you to a lot of things also, right? Just like both of you here. So just now we talk a lot about like branding, how you sell this to more people. But how do you guys sell it? That's something that I want to know. So how you guys sell it to people? Because I don't see you guys do like sponsor or anything, right? Like, or is it a secret and you cannot tell?
No. We sponsor as in like we pay people to advertise, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like
you
in
didn't,
NFT
right?
space, I'm just talking about NFT space first lah. I think there's a lot of this type of, I wouldn't say fake influencer, but mostly fake influencer lah ha. They, like 200k followers, but you see their engagement very low one. Not genuine lah. It's all bots one. It's all fake accounts. So you pay them,
okay.
and then what does that reflect to your brand? It doesn't make sense, ma. And then for us, we wanted, like for me, I know, like I said, it goes back to the art also, and the team must trust the art lah. For me, I really trust the art. So if I feel this way, I'm so picky about art, right? And if I feel this way so strongly about Guan Hong's art, I'm sure if I show it to the right people and to the world, if enough people look at it, they will love this thing. They will love this art. So for me, I had that faith, and my only job is to make sure enough people sees it and it gets the recognition it deserves. So that was my mission. And as long as people see the art, they love it, and you put in together with like a proper value lah, that we're gonna grow this IP and stuff like that, then yeah, that was actually my entire main goal lah throughout the
How
main
do you do
mission
that?
lah, throughout the thing.
How do you like find more people to look at this amazing art?
Slowly lor, like I go and DM people, like how people do sales, they cold call get a random number and they call. It goes all the way down to there lah. They have to, but like in NFTs, there's like where they collaborate with other projects, so you have to see some projects that are genuine, a real good project lah. So we have to collaborate with them lor. If they see your project is worth investing in, then they will get some something they call a allow list. Allow list is like a VIP pass, so that you confirm your slot, you can buy earlier. You don't have to chiong with it. You don't have to rush with everybody to buy it. So then you can start to communicate with other projects to market lor. So
you need to make sure it gain exposure.
Yeah, that's one of the things lah. And then Guan Hong also play a role in it lah. He has ideas. He has ideas about like, because of his skill, he can animate also, like do a bit of 2D animation and stuff like that. And yeah, very amazing lah. So we work very closely together, spend a lot of hours in his home office. Then we think like how to get more people looking at it, right? It's like definitely there's ups and downs lah. You see us like, wow, right now it's success, of course, easy, but at the end, at the start, like, wow, you put so much artwork every day, right? We only get like 10 likes, the 12 likes, and like, wow, why nobody? The art's so nice. Why nobody's? Nobody is
not subscribe my channel also.
So that's the thing.
People subscribe my channel also.
Yeah, so like, yeah, but for me, I never had a doubt in the art. That's why I keep reminding Guan Hong also lah. So he was like doubtful. He's like, why it's not happening? Why it's not working? Just need to get the right, get eyes on it lor. Yeah, that was the biggest challenge for us.
Yep. I totally understand now when we talk about it. You need to gain exposure and all. Then you need to find more people to know that, hey, this is a good art here, and that is what we are struggling always as an artist, right? But obviously, we also mentioned one good point. We need to create the great art first lah. That's the first thing that you have to nail down first. Talking about art, I want to ask Guan Hong about this. You mentioned you create 10,000 pieces of art. If every single day I draw an apple, I have to, let's say one day I draw 3 apples, I have to draw for don't know how many days to have 10,000 apples. How do you manage to draw 10,000?
I actually didn't draw 10,000 of it. I did draw like 400 plus traits, like different hair, different cloth, and different shoes. And we use an algorithm. Our programmer is helping us to do that, to generate out of these 400 traits. It's like a mix and match until 10,000 pieces.
Wow, and I believe once you generate that, you still have to quality check also, right? Like every single pieces, you have to quality check and modify.
Yeah, there might be trial and error. So you not only generate once, you have to generate until you satisfy. I mean,
damn, that's so smart! Wow, it opened my third eye. Oh wait, spoiler. Okay, never mind.
And see
can see Guan Hong's art.
Oh, okay.
Wow. So basically, how it works, you draw like a different type of hairstyle, different type of like hand, clothes, and no. What about background?
Background also.
How background? Like background is like background ma. Like how can you like generate 10,000 pieces of background? How do you do that?
Actually,
If let's say you mentioned about hand or head is quite modular, right?
yep,
Background is not. Background is like a piece of
flat lah, like different color.
different color. I see there's quite a lot of like gradient and design also.
Yeah, but the background is
Okay.
already depend on the tier. Different tier have different kind of material in the background.
Okay. Can you guys also share with us like how long you guys work, like every day? Do you guys work on weekend and all? Since it's your own project, is it like every day, 12, 14 hours and all?
Yeah, more than that.
Wow, like every day.
Yeah.
Oh man, like are you guys like rushing for like a second chapter already right now?
Right now we are working on delivering on all our promises, and then also planning like how to further grow the IP in real world and also in Web3. So both sides.
Real world also. Wow, I'm curious to know lah. So now you guys sold the first. You call it first milestone, right? Or first chapter. What do you guys call it?
I call it the first series lah, or Genesis
series.
collection the first collection.
Genesis. Wow, first collection. Okay. So what's next for this floppy IP?
Right now we are, as we promised, we are going to make our clothes, our apparel, then our.
So that's for the real world.
Yeah, our apparel, our clothes, our comics, our short film, our mini series, and then our toy, and working on other event, like planning some events, and also more stuff lah. We want to do more than this actually, so we need a bigger team. We need more time. So yeah, but the NFT space can be quite impatient and very unforgiving because they are like investors right? So yeah, there's a lot of things to manage also. So
wow, like shirts, comic. You mentioned about short film right just now. Toys also.
Yeah, actually, if you plan it properly, all can be executed quite okay one if you have a schedule. Mainly is you need the art to cope with it You need the resources find the right
how do you guys
studio, find the right people.
Oh, okay. Because this is to me it's such a ambitious plan, right? That you have to go into like different industry, right? Clothing industry, then obviously short film like our industry, and then toys is also another industry. Then you guys will have to cross a lot of industry, right? Oh my god! Like, do you guys hire people into your team or you look for collaborator?
Depending on, like, we know our strength is in art so the art side or the film side we will just handle if we can, high level direction but the production side we need to engage teams because now we have funding from the investors, so we need to make sure what they invested in the brand, it will grow well, and then they invested in the right place They give us the funding, and we need to use the funding properly to grow the IP, grow the team, grow the brand.
The funding that you mentioned is the people that bought the NFTs, right?
Yes.
I see. Wait, now it sounded really like a Kickstarter project, right?
Yeah, so that's what I said lah.
So speaking about Kickstarter, right? Kickstarter, it's been there for a while already, right? So right now, this whole thing in here, like people like supporting you, because just now you give a very interesting perspective, right? You say that people are giving funding to you instead of like you're earning their money, right? This perspective is very, very interesting. Like, how do you come up with this thing?
I think it's not original. It's memang in the market is like that lah. But a lot of people, maybe like you say if they are very capitalist, they want to keep making money, then they sell you, then you join this membership Then from the membership we have some perks, and then they keep selling you new stuff lah. That is one thing. But for us, it's like we think of it as this is money for us to further grow this Kuan Hong's IP universe lah. Yeah. So this was our intention from the start. So that's why that is also, I think, contribute to a project success or not lah. People can feel whether what you plan after, is it like just to get more money, or you keep selling them something, or you are really trying to do something, Yeah.
I see. Wow. But you guys have been working together for how long already? Like to prepare this first collection?
For 3-4 months.
I think
Oh,
around that.
Around 3-4 months lah. Can you share with us like what is the biggest challenge during this journey?
Exposing ourselves is the most challenging part. Like,
Exposing yourself, okay?
yeah, like
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
promoting, not exposing, promoting.
Oh, okay.
Like getting our stuff to people's face is quite very hard.
But how you guys like overcome it? Because I also have this challenge also now, like how to like share my video to more people, how to share my product to more people. How you guys overcome it?
Our way to do it is kind of like poking each other with artwork, like drawing their artwork, and then they will get attention and help us. If we get lucky, then they will help us promote and this and that, and give some make some points right there.
Oh, okay. So you collab with other artists. So you draw their work, you know. Oh, okay. Oh, that's
draw their
interesting.
NFT, dancing together, that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's how we get the attention.
Okay. What about you, Wee?
DM lor. I just go to Twitter and see all the NFT people and I just try to one by one go and talk to them lor. And then after that go to each project and go and talk to them lor. So a lot of talking lor.
Like you mean like, hey, this is my work, like that?
Of course not. I mean, you have to put a lot of patience into it lor. Like start a conversation, build a rapport with them, and then only you start to share like, oh, actually I'm working on this. Would you be interested to have a look at it? Stuff like that. So there's a lot of work there lah.
That is your biggest challenge also, working on this first collection.
Yes, can say so lah. This was the biggest challenge of the team lah, yeah. Because right now we're really like working on the first collections promises. I think the biggest challenge is how to grow this IP lah. Because that is definitely something new. It's not just setting up a collection.
You mean how to grow this IP?
Yeah, how to grow it bigger than what it is, no? Like you see Rick and Morty, why it grows so big? Is it because the show is nice to watch? Or like We Bear Bear, the three bears. Why it grows so big? Like there must be something they did lah. Like either they reach out to like I don't know how, so need to research, need to learn all these things. Yeah, this is the biggest challenge. And also for me, I think delivering our current roadmap is more of a responsibility, something that we must do and we will want to do. But that is also the base of how to grow our IP. Because if we don't have anything to show, right, how to go share to people? Nobody knows anything. There's nothing to see. Yeah. And one of the biggest challenges is also continue, have the discipline to continue. Right? Just keep pushing forward, This one for me, I have no problem lah. The team is also very strong lah. So, but I know this is going to be a challenge for some people lah. Yeah.
I see. I see Guan Hong nodding like really, really hard like that. Is that something that you want to cover also, Guan Hong?
No. Yeah, maintaining a high. Also, like we have to keep persistent.
Okay. I believe this is really a big challenge to a lot of people, because when we first started something, obviously everyone be like, wow, it feels so good, right? It feels so good, I want to do this, I can do this for every single day, like what we mentioned. You guys work for every single day for more than 14 hours a day. I'm sure somewhere at some point you like get bored about it, you want to try something new and all. I just want to ask you guys this question. I am an employee, right? So the company want me to do this, then okay, I'll do it, Then you guys are the so-called the boss lah for this company, right? You control the content and all. You guys also got this feeling where you like, I don't think of doing this already right now.
For me personally, I don't lah. For me, I'm still very excited, and I think for me it's more like every stage is something different already. Because like right now we are not where we started, right? and new challenges, and it's like keep growing. That's one of the reasons why I don't want to do it alone because I know going further you need friends and everything. And for me, I'm still very excited, and I think that's also part of my character. I like to keep there's always the next level one. It's like right, it's like even like IP, you can keep growing bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, right? So but it's also like depending on the team whether they whether they can or want to continue. That is also one important thing right? So there's a lot of things to consider. Like for yourself, it's just you one man team, right? So we have like a group of people, so we have to work as a team and see where we want to go But of course we have responsibility that we want to also deliver to our promises and we are really dogs, so people know us, so we have the commitment there to show our commitment
Wow. Okay. I have one more last question. This is for all my listener, my audience one. Looking at the growth from this NFT thing, and both of you mentioned about this whole IP creation thing, right? You guys are basically forming a team to do all this content, right? Does that mean there will be more job opportunity for people like us, like the artists?
Yeah, for sure. It's like, imagine one of the super gang artists, like visual development artists, they come out and then they want to write their own story. Then they need a team to, if they got the funding, then okay they hire they hire their people that they know, their friends or what, and they start to working on the short film.
That's nice.
Then it's like how we need to, sorry, Kanong, you go.
With this technology, it opened up a lot of possibility.
Are you guys talking about like it as a whole, like internationally?
Yeah. I mean, like depends on, like for us, we want to work with people we know. So it's maybe we work with people we know But if you're talking about like just now we touched on toy making and apparel, definitely we cannot do in Malaysia So I mean we can, but of course we need to be realistic. And it's still a business in a way. We need to consider cost, production time, execution, and all that. So when we engage other partners or other services to do this for us, in a way we create job opportunities there.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Sorry, I thought just now that one was my last question. I suddenly thought of something new also. Can you share with us like how active it is, this NFT in Malaysia? Do you guys got like a community, like NFT community, or is it active?
I think nowadays is quite a lot of people from Malaysia started to doing NFT for some reason.
Or do you guys have like a community, like Malaysian NFT or something?
Still very small, but it's growing.
Oh, it's growing.
Yeah.
Good to know. Nice. Okay, I guess that's about it. I think that's all for our podcast today. I've asked a lot of silly questions. Probably people are laughing at me, but I'm just trying to be myself because I really don't know anything. I mean, not anything. I did some research, but I don't know lots about NFT, and especially coming from a creator point of view. What is NFT? Whether or not we can invest, or it is something is the IP creation and all. I believe everyone today learned quite a few things from we and Guan Hong, which is the Waffle Wolf, and I'll definitely put down the link, a floppy link into the description below. Probably. And can I still buy? We cannot buy already, right now?
Yeah, you can, but you buy it from the secondary market which is on OpenSea.
Oh, okay. People are selling also I mean, they are reselling also
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. So if anyone here after listen to this podcast, if super interested in their IP floppy, please check it out. I mean, after listening to both of these creators explaining their roadmap and how passionate they are, into this IP, maybe you will have more confidence. Even me myself also, I want to buy already. Maybe I'll wait for the second collection, right?
Thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening in. Hope that you guys
we'll go eat pakude.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
All
Alright.
right, guys. Bye.